Once upon a time, there was a small company that sold books. It was started by a Princeton University graduate called Jeff Bezos. Bezos named his small company Amazon. So people either call this Amazon or Amazon.com because it was an online bookstore. Here's a bit more about this fascinating business.
Initially, Amazon sold only books that were mainly those returned from major publishers back then because they were unsold in bookshops. You could say that Amazon traded a lot of rejected books and authors. Amazon gradually diversified to sell videos, MP3 and audible book downloads and streaming. It also started selling software, video games, electronics, apparel, furniture, food, toys, and even jewelry. It went on to own a publishing arm called Amazon Publishing. It has since grown into a massive multinational technology company that focuses on e-commerce, cloud computing, and artificial intelligence. In fact, Amazon is now the largest e-commerce marketplace and cloud computing platform in the world based on revenue, and Jeff Bezos is currently acknowledged as the richest man in the world with a net worth of about $114 billion.
From a small online bookstore to a Fortune 100 company. If you run a bookstore, don't joke with it. You just never know. So I just bought this Kindle for myself. Don't be jealous. You know, we all deserve to give ourselves small treats once in a while after working really hard. But for those unfamiliar with this device, it is an e-reader designed by Amazon. The Kindle is mostly what you might call a single-purpose device for reading, rather than being multi-purpose hardware that might create distractions while reading. Basically, I use this to read. Um, Amazon has a Kindle store that has up to 34 million books or even more, millions of books. With this device, I can access that store with an account. All I need is an email, register with Amazon, I have with my email address or something, and then it's free. And then I have access to that massive store of books. Now, the books some of them could be free, some could be rented, but mostly you have to pay for the books. But not just books, ebooks, newspapers, magazines, and other digital media that you can read, basically. So with this, imagine having access to millions of books. So if I swipe this now, hope you can see this. Right now, I'm reading a book titled Elon Musk. Elon Musk is the founder of SpaceX, which is championing taking people to space on excursions and holidays. In the next few years now, we can all go to space with enough money to go and see what it looks like. So he owns SpaceX. He also owns Tesla. Tesla is championing the usage of cars without fossil fuel. So if you have enough electricity, you can plug the car in and charge it, and it can move. So very soon, nobody's going to need Nigeria's oil again. Watch out for that. Also runs a company called PayPal, which is an online payment organization. So Elon Musk's story is in this book I'm reading titled Elon Musk. All I need is to have access to it through this Kindle device, tap on it, and then I start reading. So I've been enjoying this book for a few days now. Lovely experience. The only problem with this thing is it's going to make you read much more than you normally do, which can become a problem. It's easy to carry. Now imagine you want to travel and you have to carry a stack of books. That can be very inconvenient. Or you go somewhere, you want to buy books and you have to buy the whole stack. Now, I still love my good old paper books. I love them. Absolutely. Can't compromise them. But this is really useful. Some people don't buy books again. They don't buy paper books again. They just, with this, they have access to millions of books. So why do they buy paper books again? Some of us still love our paper books. Some people don't use this at all. They are very averse to using devices to read. But some of us combine the two. I like to enjoy both worlds. So at times, I don't need to carry, if I'm traveling, for example, I don't need to carry a bag full of books. I could just, have this and read maybe in the car, on the plane, or wherever. So very good device and ranges from the cheap to the very expensive type. So a lot of the world now is going towards e-reading. E-books are becoming very popular. So if you're an author out there or a publisher out there, you might want to start thinking about converting your book or your books into e-books, because a lot of people are now buying e-books. Now, here's a book I have here on, it's titled Isaac Newton. Isaac Newton, the great scientist, one of the greatest scientists of all time. You must have heard of the Newton laws of motion. Now, let me read a little bit from Isaac Newton's book. Okay, so let me read a bit from Isaac Newton's book. Isaac Newton said he had, this is from chapter 1, by the way. Isaac Newton said he had seen farther by standing on the shoulders of giants, but he did not believe it. He was born into a world of darkness, obscurity, and magic, led a strangely pure and obsessive life, lacking parents, lovers, and friends, quarreled bitterly with great men who crossed his path, veered at least once to the brink of madness, cloaked his work in secrecy, and yet discovered more of the essential core of human knowledge than anyone before or after. He was chief architect of the modern world. He answered the ancient philosophical riddles of light and motion, and he effectively discovered gravity. He showed how to predict the courses of heavenly bodies and so established our place in the cosmos. He made knowledge a thing of substance, quantitative and exact. He established principles, and they are called his laws. Solitude was the essential part of his genius. He liked to stay alone. As a youth, he assimilated or rediscovered most of the mathematics known to mankind, and then invented the calculus, the machinery by which the modern world understands change and flow, but kept this treasure to himself. He embraced his isolation through his productive years, devoting himself to the most secret of sciences, alchemy. He feared the light of exposure, shrank from criticism and controversy, and seldom published his work at all. Striving to decipher the riddles of the universe, he emulated the complex secrecy in which he saw them encoded. He stood aloof from other philosophers, even after becoming a national icon. Sir Isaac, Master of the Mint, President of the Royal Society, his likeness engraved on medals, his discoveries exalted in verse. Now, listen to what he said, quoting him. I don't know what I may seem to the world, he said before he died. But as to myself, I seem to have been only like a boy, playing on the seashore and diverting myself in now, and then finding a smoother pebble or a prettier shell than ordinary, whilst the great ocean of truth lay undiscovered before me. Okay, so that's what it feels like. I mean, I just take this anywhere and I'm reading and I'm enjoying lovely books, well written, beautiful, beautiful prose. Now, if you want to get yourself a Kindle, I mean, just go online, and there's some shops around the country that sell Kindles and all that. But even if you don't get yourself a Kindle, you can actually download the app on your phone or your laptop, the Kindle app on your phone, laptop, and with an account, you can have access to all these books. The main advantage of this is you don't have any distractions at all. It is single purpose. If you are using your phone, you will get a ping, bam, a message, a breaking news, a joke or something, and then you are distracted. But with this, you just get focused on the book you are reading and enjoy it. So the world is changing. Years ago, we didn't have devices like this. We just had a regular um, paperback books, and enjoyed reading them. But these things are helping to make reading a lot easier. So, well, I hope you have enjoyed the show today, and I hope you join us on our social media platforms displayed on your screen to share with us your feedback and ask any questions you might want to ask us. We'll be happy to clarify them. My name is Olakunle Kasumo. Remember, one great book can change your life. Bye-bye.